All right, YouTube, how are you doing? Today we have on the left the TCOP, or the Tent Combat One Person, and on the right we have the USMC two-man tent. Let's do some quick measurements here. Now obviously you can find all the specs online, and I'm measuring the body at the bottom, not where the poles are. So this is 40 inches wide on the TCOP. Now on the two-man, we're looking at 57. So you have about 17 inches more width. Obviously gives you room for two people inside of there. Hey, you may be able to get two people in here in an emergency, but it wouldn't really be fun. Let's go with the height. Now I'm just going to measure where the it's a visual. Now you can get all these specs online, as I said before. But this thing is about 34 inches tall. And it's 49 inches tall, just at the top of the peak on this. If we take a look at the length, the bodies of these are about the same length. There is about 1 or 2 inches more length on the TCOP versus the two-man. So if I go all the way to the end of the pole, into the end of the other pole, we're looking at 100 inches. If I do the same thing with the two-man, we're looking at 96. So potentially there's an extra 3 or 4 inches length in the one-man versus the two-man. I don't really remember seeing a video showing both of these things together. Now I'm going to pause this. I'm going to put on the tarps on these. Alright, thanks for waiting. It took a little while because this thing is unused. I found it at a somewhat local surplus store in Lakewood, Washington, close to the base. That is the base. McCord, the Air Force Base, and Fort Lewis, the Army base. And man, that thing is really tight. Now they have 2 holes on here, so like if you stretch it out, you know, after you use these a lot, then you can tighten it up with that shorter thing. But I was barely able to get this thing in at all, no stretch at all. Now there's quite a bit of space here. If you take a look at the wings on the TCOP, which we're looking at right now, you've got a lot of space. If you had like a shorter person with you, they could probably just put on a little ground mat and then maybe be underneath there and keep them covered. Now because I'm not outside because it's raining, I don't want to go through the process of drying these things out. I did not want to take this up, but normally on the two-man you would want to stake out actually both of these on the vestibules, but I think it's pretty amazing. You get an extra 17 square feet of space on the 2 vestibules on the TCOP. On the USMC one, the main vestibule is right here, and then you do have the second entrance on the other side, but then the vestibule is much smaller. They both use 3 main poles, and they are on both of them. They're the same length as all the rest, so you can't really screw it up. With the TCOP, you can see that the way that you put the tarp, or not even just the tent body, is they have these quick connects. On the USMC 2-man, you're pretty much feeding those poles through these sleeves here to go across. Takes a little bit of time. What else? I'm not going to really say too much else here. I just don't remember seeing a video with this, and this kind of gives you an idea with both of them together to get an idea of the size and purpose. So this is something I use with my son quite oftenly, is with the 2-man, and I have not used this TCOP at all. But if you have any comments or questions, go ahead and post it on there. Thanks for watching.